Hi guys, Dirk Picture here, and yes, I'm talking about Apple again. But it's really not a big deal because we don't know what Apple's going to have the 5S just yet. Now, first off, it's going to be announced on September 10th, possibly with the cheaper iPhone 5C. But let's talk about the 5S because even though it might seem like because of the 5S name, it's just gonna be what the 4S was to the 4, hardly any difference, but based on what iOS 7 did, I know a lot of things are copied from Android, but it did make a big difference from iOS 6. So, yeah, this may actually be something that's pretty different. Now, some of the major things that people are talking about with the iPhone 5S is that it could be the first phone for 128 gigs of storage, and it could also have a fingerprint scanner. As for the fingerprint scanner, yeah, it could be cool, but ultimately it could cause quite a bit of problems, especially when you want to let your friend borrow your phone. Although, why do you do that? But still, what if you hand your kid your phone to play with, if you're a parent, and he accidentally turns off the phone, well, puts in sleep. And when he presses the button, put it back on, he has to do a fingerprint scan, but obviously because he doesn't have your fingerprint, he can't get on. That causes problems. I don't really care about the fingerprint scanner, but 120 gigs of storage could be pretty cool. And basically, what I'm thinking about the iPhone 5S is that could be what Apple needs to make a comeback. And obviously it's gonna have iOS 7, like I said. I'm just gonna read off the rumors here. If it has a 1080p display, that's great. Although it's not as big. It makes things a lot sharper, don't get me wrong, but 720p will be fine if the screen size is the same. So, so what do I think about the 5S at the end of the day? I think it could be something worthwhile if Apple does things right and makes something truly different. If they do that, that's going to make everything better for Apple. Right now, the Android users are laughing at Apple's iPhone 5. Don't get me wrong, I agree with you. This phone is decidedly mid-range these days, and it's priced higher than any other competing Android phone. The HTC One especially just kills the iPhone 5 if you want an aluminum phone. So, Apple really needs to step up their game with the 5S, or they could risk losing even more customers, considering that they're down quite a bit in market share. Pretty sure they dropped down to like 13.4%. And Samsung's just rocking the park. In the second quarter of 2013, they shipped 71 million phones. That's more than twice what Apple shipped. And while that's not all the S4, Apple's 31 million isn't all the iPhone 5 either. So basically, in my opinion, Samsung is just crushing Apple in both sales and how good their devices are. HTC is crushing how good their devices are, but not the sales, obviously, because HTC is not selling their phone, doing very well with their phone sales. And maybe the $1 billion marketing campaign to help turn things around, but it's beside the point. So, yeah. Apple needs to step up their game to 5S. I'm going to watch, see what they show here. And if they don't show me anything that's good, well, it will obviously be good, because Apple does make good phones, but if it's nothing breakout, I think an iPhone 5S would just be another iPhone in the lineup of them. That's nothing special. So yeah, what do you guys think? Goodbye. Just say it in the comments what you think about this 5S. Do you think 120 gigs of storage and fingerprint scanner are all the phone needs alongside the 1080p display? Is that all it needs to be big, or do you think it needs more? I personally think it needs more than that. I think though Apple has the power to do that too. They just have to put their thoughts into it. They really, if they spend a lot more money to make their iPhone, if they put it all into it, it's just gonna be pretty awesome. It'll probably kill everything out there. Unless you don't like iOS 7's closed ecosystem, which a lot of people do, and I'm agreeing with them. Goodbye, guys.